Hello, I'm Wendy Nelson from Tiny Dog Reading, and this video is just a brief introduction to vowel team syllables. As you may know, English has a lot of vowel sounds. We have 5 main vowel letters, 6 when you include the letter Y, which is sometimes a consonant and sometimes a vowel. And we've talked about the short sounds of our vowels, these picture sounds, and the long sounds of our vowels when the vowels say their names. But something happens when we put our vowels together in a word. They start working as a team to represent vowel sounds. And some of those sounds are different from the ones we've already talked about, those short and long vowels. Sometimes a vowel team will represent a short or long vowel sound, but sometimes they'll represent something called a diphthong, which is when our mouths move from one sound to another very quickly. Vowel teams can seem difficult, especially when we're trying to spell words, because the same sound can be spelled in different ways. There are some patterns you can learn to make the spelling easier, and I go over a lot of those in my online course. In this video, I just want to talk briefly about some very common words that contain vowel teams. You have probably seen most of these words before, but you may not have noticed the vowel teams inside them. So let's pull up some words and talk about the patterns that we can see in these words. So here is a word. And what we're going to take a look at here is this part right at the end. A is a vowel. Y, when it's at the end of a syllable, is also a vowel. So when we put AY together, this is a vowel team. And this vowel team happens to make the same sound as a long A. So the sound is A, its name. Okay. So P, L, O, A, Y, A, ole, play. And this is a vowel team syllable because it has 2 vowels working together as a team. Here we have a vowel team in the middle of our word. We have an A and an I working together. And again, we're going to get that long A sound, A. Ain, rain. This is also a vowel team syllable. So something to notice here is that in this word, AY gave us that A sound at the end of our syllable. And in this word, AI gave us that A sound in the middle of a syllable. So both of these vowel teams make the sound A, but they're used in different places in the word. If you hear that A at the end of a syllable, there's a good chance it's an AY. If you hear it in the middle of a syllable, it's probably going to be an AI. All right, here's a word I am sure you have seen many, many times, and it happens to have a double O. Sometimes we can double up 2 of the same vowel, and it's still considered a vowel team because it's making a different sound than each vowel would make on its own. In this case, the sound is ooh. And this word is, I hope you know it, school. So we've got our S, we have CH making a K sound, which is not what it always makes, but in this word it does. Then our oo and ol, school, and this is a vowel team syllable. Here again, we've got that double O in the middle of a word, but this time it's making a different sound. G, d, good. So the same vowel team will sometimes make a different sound depending on the word that it is in. So as we saw, school, that's an oo. Good, that's an Same vowel team, 2 different sounds. Here we have another double letter. This time it's a double E, and it's going to make the long sound of that vowel, E. T, E, tree. Very often we'll see that double E at the end of a word, or sometimes in the middle of a word, giving us an E sound. Here we have E-A as our vowel team. And this is also going to make the sound of E. Eed, read. I like to read a book every day. But here's something. Again, this vowel team has another sound. Sometimes it says eh. And this same word, this same spelling, can also be ed, read, as in I read a book last week. Same vowel team, two different sounds, depending on the word, depending on the meaning of the word. In this one, the different sound changes the meaning. I read every day. Yesterday I read. OW at the end of a word. Well, you might be questioning me here because W is a consonant, isn't it? W is not a vowel. Yes and no. W is actually what's known as a semi-vowel. Sometimes when we pair it up with a vowel in a vowel team, it acts like a vowel. And in this case, that OW at the end of a word is going to sound like O. Snow, snow. Here's another one. OA. Those are both vowels. They're working together. In this word, they give us the sound O. B-oat, boat. That's a vowel team syllable. Here at the end, we have U-E. And E, remember, is usually silent when it's at the end of a syllable. In this case, it's actually teaming up with the U, and the sound that we're going to get here is oo. So this is b-o-lu, blue. A very common word. It has a vowel team. Here's that W again as part of a vowel team. There's our semi-vowel. So AW, when those pair up, the sound in this word is going to be aw. D-er-aw, draw. I like to talk about this or refer to this as the cute puppy sound, because when I see a cute puppy, the first thing that comes out of my mouth is usually aw, draw. Cute puppy vowel team. Here again, we've got that W teaming up with a vowel to make a vowel team. In this word, it's going to be ow, like, ow, I hurt my finger. Ow, cow. Something we all say when we drive past a field of cows. No, just me? Here's another way to spell that same sound. OU can also give us that ow sound. Ound, round, like a round circle or a round letter O. And here we have O-Y. Again, there's that Y at the end of a syllable, which tells us it's a vowel. If it's at the beginning of a syllable, if it's a consonant. If it's in the middle or the end, it's going to be a vowel. O-Y as a vowel team is the sound oi. And this word, I'm sure you already know it, oi, toy. So that is just a very brief introduction to vowel teams. There's a lot more to learn about them, and I hope you'll follow the link below this video to find out more about my online course. I hope this was helpful, and until next time, happy reading!